Fantastic. Rage.
Yeah.
But it is a fact that you're pretty young and you're having all this success. If somebody could guarantee you that you would get this success, let's say, in 10 years, would you settle for that?
No. I mean, well,
no, not even doing it right now.
You would settle for that, but we've always said, why not do it now? Why wait?
Yeah, I mean,
even if somebody couldn't say that, because the success we've had, we didn't expect. We didn't. I mean, it wasn't like we were going to settle for it because we didn't think this was going to happen. But even if we were never successful, we would still sing. So we settle for whatever we can get.
Yeah,
really.
we would settle for it.
Because, you know, we're just lucky that the song was successful, that the album was successful, and, you know, we'll take whatever people give us. I mean, it's all about the public, and if they're going to buy a record, then you'll be successful. If they're not, then, you know, that's that. So we'll take whatever we can get, I guess.
Because I'm just wondering that what I did when I was like 16, there's some things that I can't do now anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
But you got all these, I don't want to call it pressure, but you know, you got a lot of things you have to do, so you can do those things. You know,
right.
A little bit.
Well, you know, I mean, the thing is...
you also get to do more things.
Yeah.
You get to travel around the world. You get to see places.
Well, I mean,
instead of looking at the Eiffel Tower, you see the Eiffel Tower. It's...
Yeah.
That's true.
And, you know, it's one of those, the grass is always greener on the other side.
Yeah.
You know, your friends go, oh, well, man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could go to Europe and travel around the world and all that stuff. And then sometimes you go, man, I wish I could, for instance, just kind of go to the mall and just hang out and not have to worry about the possibility of a bunch of people spotting you and then, like, you not being able to enjoy your time there because there's just so much...
I mean, it's always, you know, what we're getting to do is amazing. And the opportunity we've gotten is so cool. And we're getting to do music, which we love to do music. So there's not much more you could ask for. It's pretty cool.
Not much downside, really.
No.
And I got one brother, and we fight all the time. Like, you guys.
We don't fight at all.
I mean. But I'll just talk to you and we'll let them fight. No, but I can fight. I can hit him a black eye, and I won't see him for 2 days, and who cares? But you guys have to be on the road and everything. Isn't that a little bit hard?
Well, that's why we don't fight.
Give each other a black eye.
Yeah. No, I mean, really, we spent a lot of time around each other. We actually homeschool. So, you know, we've spent most of our free time and stuff like that with each other. So really, we've become really good friends. I mean, it's not a problem hanging out with each other because, you know, we enjoy doing the same stuff. And hey, we
like
do
the same music
together, you know?
We like to do the same sports. We like to, I mean, we're into the same things. So we're, I mean, basically best friends because we're around each other so much. It's like, you know, we all think almost the same way because we...
And also when it comes to creative side of things, like, for instance, we've got a garage down in our, you know...
At our house.
At our house, the garage is now kind of our studio, and we're drawing all over the wall and, like, making murals and things like that. And we kind of think the same way, you know? We kind of go, oh, yeah, wouldn't it be cool to have the same taste and things like that? So it's not a problem. We really don't fight that much.
That's good. So don't anymore.
Yeah.
Like, start fighting during my interview. No. What is there still that you want to do right now? I can imagine you want to do a lot of things, but you already did so many
What I want to do is I want to jump out of a plane without a parachute.
Talking about planes, I heard, I don't know if this is true, I'm going to ask you now. Okay. I heard that
we don't on a plane.
What? I didn't want to hear that, did I?
No, that was not.
Zach was just fooling with your mind. He likes to do that, you know.
I heard that you had some friends over. Rented a plane, you got your friends in there, and you took them somewhere so that you can see them.
It wasn't really that we rented a plane. We were going to go home, but the schedule changed, so we weren't able to go home. So some of our friends came up to New York where we were. So they came and stayed for a few days, and then because we weren't able to go back.
It's amazing how things change.
You know, it's like we rented a rocket ship and we flew to the moon, and we had a party with Cindy Crawford and Pamela Anderson.
Yeah, you know, it's good. it's funny. Things get. See, that's actually. It wasn't too far off. See, that's how the rumors get started. That's what's really wild is the rumor gets started. It starts there. You know, that's the first stage, and then it goes to Hanson owns a plane. Hanson owns a plane they flew to. You know what I mean? Yeah. It goes like that. Yeah.
But that's something you gotta expect because right now you're just like flying comet up. But then when you're on the top for a while, you can bet that they start saying nasty things about you.
Oh, you're gonna get that no matter.
There's always somebody that doesn't like the music.
You know, that's part of it. Some people like it, some people don't. That's just people's opinion. That's what makes us people because
and also the
people make different music and people are into different things.
And also the people that have kind of made up their mind about you, there are some that will just always, say things that maybe, that's not really true, but they just want to find something wrong with it. So they'll find something wrong with it. So,
is it that easy?
Well, you really can't do anything about that. So that's, we're making music for the people that like it, not, for the people that don't like it, you don't have to listen to it. So that's, it's there for the ones that, for our fans.
Yeah.
So, and for us because we enjoy making it.
And, you hope that you could win those people over and that they could really enjoy it because, we do the music that we love doing and we, play it and sing it and all that stuff and it's great.
Fun.
It's cool, yeah.
I can imagine that. You got a position to envy. I don't know because when I see you guys like this, I go, yeah, well, that must be something. What age did you start making music?
There's not an age or a person or anything.
When I went,
You started singing right away.
We were always singing.
yeah, I just went. I was born and I went.
Yeah, he did do
He's been
that.
doing that ever since he was born. We dropped him, and ever since then, it was all over.
Well, no, actually, I started writing songs when I was in 3rd grade. I guess it would have been about 8 years old, something like that. And
Probably
something like that.
Our parents always said he was singing when he was really, really young.
Yeah, when I was really little, and when we moved for a couple years to another city, and my best friend was in, where we were living, and so I would sing songs about, my best friend and all that kind of stuff. So that was like, it's one of those things where music was always, something that was in our brain. And then really, we started listening to 50s and 60s rock and roll when we were living overseas in Ecuador, Venezuela, and Trinidad. And that really, I guess, kind of started it.
Oh, yeah, when we were living, like, in Ecuador and in Trinidad. And,
Hey, it was
no big deal.
It was
it was kind of cool, actually, because the American dollar is worth so much more than, than whatever it is, a sucre, for instance, like in Ecuador, I guess is what it is. So it's worth so much more, so you kind of like, oh, wow, look, I have a bigger house. Cool.
Yeah, but, that was when it kind of, didn't start, but that was like the evolution because we started hearing, we were too young to really listen to the radio yet. So when we listened to that tape, it was a tape from 1958, and it was a compilation of songs from that year, and then we listened to that over and over and over and over and over.
And also there was no radio listening.
There was no radio. It was like, no. And what?
No. Wait, he said,
And then we kind of missed a little bit of like the alternative scene because we were still listening to the 50s the 50s and 60s music, and then kind of like started.
After that, we just started writing songs, and
had been writing songs.
Hadn't been writing songs already, and then about 6 years ago, we did our first performance.
Yeah.
That should be great, though. Your parents must be very proud to have you. You still got brothers and sisters?
Yes.
Are they also very?
Actually, we used to have some, but we decided to let them go. We said, we don't need you guys. You can go now.
They were the first ones to try jumping out of a plane with a parachute.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah.
And you kind of helped them a little bit?
No.
No, they
They did
don't
that
want
on their own.
to. Yeah.
They were running from Zach.
I would.
Get away.
No, but are they very musically?
Musically inclined, I guess, is what.
I think I knew that.
Yeah.
Bless them.
James?
They are. I think they just enjoy what we do. They enjoy most of the time they travel with us everywhere we go.
Yeah.
But, I think they definitely have their own thing that they want to do. So, even though they might really think this is cool, I think they have their own thing in mind.
Yeah.
Not to mention they're 9, 8, and 3. So it's not exactly like they're doing anything yet, but who knows?
Well, we were
Listen to
doing
them,
it.
you know?
We were, well, you know, the scary thing is we were
wrong?
doing it when we were their age, you know, or kind of their age.
So I think it's more, you know, we did this because we love to do it, and you want them to do the same thing, whatever they want to do.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay. And now you're traveling all over the world. You're making your music. Your album is going really well. Are you
Yeah,
thinking
it
about
is.
new songs? Is that already crossing your mind? You're too busy with that.
Well, yeah, I mean, hey, you know, when you're a songwriter and stuff like that, you're always thinking about, well, you know, creative juices, I guess you could say, are flowing. Yeah.
I mean,
oh, that's psychic or something.
you know, you're always thinking about things. Anything could be a song. So, yeah, I mean, we're definitely thinking about that. You have to, because, you know, the next album's going to come at a certain point. So you got to think of the next album, because once it comes, it'll be like, okay, need a new album. You didn't write any songs?
Then
It's going to be an instrumental album.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just jam for like an hour and put it on.
74 billion minutes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Do you like performing live better than making a record, for example?
They are very, very different.
I mean, they're not. I mean, they're really not at all the same.
Yeah.
Because one you're kind of inventing what you're going to do live, which is in the studio, and you're kind of pulling it all together, and then live you're actually performing that. So it's, I mean, both of them are great.
Yeah. They are similar in certain ways. I mean, because you're making music, because you're playing the instruments and singing and everything. But yeah, basically,
different atmosphere,
yeah, it's a very different process, really. I mean, because when you're playing live, you're feeding off the audience. You know, you're sweating and you're playing the guitar and headbanging and sweat.
And this
Okay, anyway.
Not stuff is coming out.
Oh, that's called oversharing.
That's called oversharing, Zach.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, they're very different process, but they are both very, very cool, and we really enjoy both sides of the music.
I'm not amazed a lot of times when I have guests in the studio, but I'm a little bit amazed right now.
Why?
Because you're so, I thought, no offense, 3 kids making music, getting popular. I was wrong. I admit it right here, right now. You know, exactly, like I'm thinking, did you think about all this, or is this really you? It's really you. You're like that.
Oh no, it very much is you. I mean, you know, we love music.
Well, people ask, you know, what would you be if you weren't
Hanson.
Hanson, if you weren't making music?
Then I would be this guy with a different last name, and I would
Well, you wouldn't.
live on Mars.
Okay, and the point was, I was going to say, the answer always is, we wouldn't be us, because music is a lot of who we are. And, I mean, that's what we've always done. So, I mean, you really wouldn't be the same person without that. So it is totally us. What we're doing is who we are. And Hanson is just who we are as a group, so.
That shows right now. I think the audience can see that too. But do you ever have the idea then that you're in a golden cage? A little bit?
What?
One time in
Oh
a
my
dream,
gosh!
I had this
There's
dream.
birds!
I mean, I guess if you're referring
They're
to,
closing in.
I guess if you're referring to in a certain way, I guess rock and roll and all that stuff is somewhat of a glamorized life. I guess maybe, I don't know. I mean, but it's. I mean, you know, it's an incredible experience that we're getting to go.
Well, I mean, golden cage meaning.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, you're going to hate me. Like, for example, girls and dating. I
Yeah.
cannot see you guys walking into a bar and picking up a girl anymore.
Well, see, the
No,
problem
it
is-
wouldn't be
exactly walking into a bar before. I mean, we can't even get into a bar right
Well, in
now.
Holland you could.
See,
Okay.
the thing is,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be walking into
The mall then.
anywhere and picking up a girl because
We wouldn't be
we
like.
have
we
no
wouldn't-
point.
Yeah, I mean, we're
I'm
not
gonna
like
go
that.
pick up a girl.
Personally,
and
I
I'm
think
12.
until you can drive, it's kind of pointless. You know, it's like, hi, we're going to go out on a date. Mom, come on. We got to go on a date now. You know, your mom's got to bring you. Your dad, it just doesn't work the same.
I mean, it's one thing to like a girl, but going on dates and stuff like that gets
Well,
a little
go to the
ridiculous.
movies then.
Oh yeah, no.
For
You go to the
example,
movies anyway.
It does. Yeah, I mean, we
Think
do
about
go.
this.
People
Okay.
staring at you.
No,
The
they're.
movie theater is black.
Yeah.
There's a projection on the wall. No one's looking at you. They're
That's the
looking
good.
at
That's the good thing about movies. You can sneak in like during the movie.
We have done.
What else? Skeeler. Go skeeler somewhere on the streets, you know.
What's
You know, I mean,
Rollerblading?
Yeah.
roll day. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, you know, I mean,
You just
we
run.
still.
You just.
Yeah, you just go
When
fast.
you're rollerblading, you can run from people. I mean, nobody can
I
catch
mean,
up with you.
when you jump off this wall I don't think they're gonna follow you.
Yeah, really.
Oops.
Actually, a lot of times they do, but that's not the point. The thing is, you can't like say, okay, I'm gonna sit in my house, close all the shades, and not do anything. I mean, because your life has no point. So you still do all the things that you would always do.
It does make it a little bit harder, yes. And you know, like for instance, yeah, getting a girlfriend would be a little bit more of a task, shall we say, because you know.
Tasks are good for
Well, task in a different way, because it wouldn't be hard to get a girlfriend. It just might be hard to get a girlfriend that you really wanted. You know, because you know you could like.
Imagine having a girlfriend that sits there like this the whole time. Just kind of like.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even talking.
Or a girlfriend that doesn't speak your same language. You know, I mean, hey.
I got a lot of letters in Dutch for you, by the way.
Yeah,
I bet those are fascinating.
Yeah,
Because we can't read them. Someone read them for us.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, it might be a little bit harder, but really, I mean, we try to do as much as we can, you know, just do stuff, because you know, you really can't kind of live your life in closed doors, because it makes it no fun.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to get out there and.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with signing autographs and, I mean, meeting the fans. It's cool.
It's just, you got to watch for that mob.
The end. Next subject. Thank you.
Yeah. And the subject, yeah. Okay, cool.
I don't have another subject. I think you're very clear. You love making your music.
What are we going to do now?
Oh, well,
She has no subject.
I can use the camera.
Yeah?
Well, you can if you want to. You can try it out.
I can use the camera.
Yes, you can. If you want to.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, gosh.
I don't think this is a good idea.
Whoa.
No, but I really enjoyed having you here.
Well,
thank
thanks a lot
you.
for having us.
And I wish you all the best
Well, thank you.
with the new records and new singles. And I think we're going to hear a lot from you for a long
Thank you.
time.
Well, we hope so. We hope
So much.
I'm going to hit you now.
yeah, yeah.
You're going to hear a lot, except for from Zach, because he's going to be gone.
It's Mike.